Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. The United States, the Middle East, and global oil markets are on high alert after President Donald Trump ordered airstrikes on 3 Iranian nuclear sites, including the fortified Fordo facility, using 14 GBU-57 bunker buster bombs. It marks the first direct U.S. bombing of Iranian territory, plunging the decades-long conflict into an unprecedented phase. The U.S. is now in a state of heightened security amid fears of Iranian retaliation. Major cities from New York to Los Angeles ramped up safety measures, while the Department of Homeland Security issued warnings of a heightened threat environment. The State Department followed with a global security alert urging Americans abroad to stay vigilant. In more international news, high-stakes talks in Geneva aimed at halting the escalating war between Israel and Iran ended without a diplomatic breakthrough. European foreign ministers and Iran's top diplomat failed to reach any agreements as both nations exchanged fresh rounds of strikes. Iran's foreign minister said Tehran remains open to discussion, but not while Israeli attacks continue. The conflict, which began on June 13th with Israeli airstrikes targeting Iran's nuclear and military infrastructure, has killed at least 657 people in Iran, including 263 civilians, and wounded over 2,000. A federal judge has approved a groundbreaking $2.8 billion antitrust settlement that will fundamentally change college sports, allowing schools to pay athletes directly through name, image, and likeness deals. This effectively ended a century-old model of amateurism. The agreement stems from lawsuits, including one filed by former Arizona State swimmer Grant House, that challenged the NCAA's ban on direct payments. Under the settlement, Division I schools can now share up to $20.5 million annually with athletes using revenue from media rights, ticket sales, and sponsorships. While schools will continue offering scholarships, this new system recognizes athletes' role in generating billions for their institutions. The deal also includes $2.7 billion in back pay for athletes who played between 2016 and 2024. While football and men's basketball players are expected to receive the largest share of the money, Olympic sports may see scholarship limits shrink, raising concerns about Team USA's future pipeline. Legal and legislative questions remain, including whether athletes should be considered employees and whether Congress will grant the NCAA an antitrust exemption to prevent further lawsuits. Tourism across the Northeast is taking a hit due to shifting U.S. federal policies, according to several governors who gathered with Canadian premiers on Monday at the Massachusetts State House for the Strong Partnerships Shared Future Summit. Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey said tourism numbers are down between 20 and 60% across states like Massachusetts, New York, and Vermont, with serious impacts on supply chains and travel sentiment. Canadian school trips and credit card spending are also declining, raising concerns about job losses in hospitality sectors. Leaders from U.S. states and Canadian provinces discussed the urgent need for renewed collaboration on tourism, trade, energy, and research funding. Officials emphasized the economic interdependence between the U.S. and Canada, with Canada being the largest foreign energy supplier to the U.S. and a critical trade partner. Governor Healey reinforced that the Northeast remains open for business, calling for continued investment and cross-border support. In a major shift to how retirees receive their benefits, the Social Security Administration will eliminate paper checks by the end of the year. Following an executive order signed by President Trump, the move requires all monthly payments to be made electronically, citing cost savings and security concerns. According to the order, outdated paper processing cost taxpayers over $657 million in 2024, and checks are significantly more likely to be lost or altered compared to direct deposits. The change, which takes effect on September 30th, is expected to impact nearly 500,000 retirees, many of them elderly, disabled, or living in rural areas without internet access. Meanwhile, concerns grow over the future of Social Security funding as a new report projects the trust fund reserves could be depleted by 2034, potentially reducing benefit payments unless Congress intervenes. Thanks for watching Braintree today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
Hi, I'm Tom Lyons, a retired captain from the Quincy Fire Department and the author of the book Fighting Fire, A Proactive Approach. Cooking is the leading cause of home fires. Unattended cooking is the leading cause of these fires and related deaths. Therefore, keep a close eye on your cooking. If you must leave the kitchen, bring a utensil with you as a reminder of your efforts. Set a timer for food taking longer to cook. Turn pot handles towards the back of the stove. Keep a lid nearby when cooking. If a small grease fire starts, slide the lid over the pan and shut off the burner. You can take an active role in your safety. Cooking safety starts with you.
Welcome back. The Braintree Town Council has officially confirmed Mayor Aaron Joyce's appointment of Frederick Freddie T. Viola as the town's next fire chief. Chief Viola will be sworn in during a ceremony at Town Hall on Friday, June 27th at 3 p.m., marking the start of his new leadership role with the Braintree Fire Department. For more information on the event, head to braintreema.gov. Braintree is gearing up for its biggest celebration of the year as Braintree Day returns on Friday, June 28th, just ahead of the July 4th weekend with a full day of patriotic fun, food, and fireworks. The festivities kick off with a parade at 11:45 a.m., starting from the RMV and ending at the Hollis Elementary School. Starting at 4 p.m., the celebration moves to Braintree High School, where nearly 20 food trucks, live music, a petting zoo, and inflatable obstacle courses will keep families entertained until the grand finale, a dazzling fireworks display at 9:30. You can watch the parade on BCAM TV's public channels, Comcast Channel 9, HD Channel 1073, and Verizon Channel 28 or HD Channel 2128, or on youtube.com/BCAMTV. Braintree is bringing the music back to Sunset Lake this week with its annual Nelson Chin Summer Concert Series, hosted by the Braintree Recreation Department. Kicking off on June 24th with Kuro's Fancy, the lineup features crowd favorites including The Reminiscence on July 1st, Wolfpack on July 8th, Gainesville Road on July 15th, the Wiley Brothers on July 22nd, That 60s Band on July 29th, Gina Mark on July 31st, and wraps up with Magic Moments on August 5th. For more details on summer programs, visit the Braintree Recreation Department's website or call 781-794-8900. Braintree's Public Health Department is launching a weekly blood pressure clinic open to residents every Tuesday from 4 to 5 p.m. at Town Hall. Hosted by public health nurse Jillian Morris, the free service aims to help community members monitor their heart health and get early advice on managing blood pressure. For more details or questions, residents are encouraged to contact Nurse Morris at 781-794-8092. Thayer Public Library began its summer hours on June 16th, operating Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Fridays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., while remaining closed on Saturdays from June 21st through August 30th. The library will also close early at 5 p.m. on Thursday, July 3rd, and will be closed all day Friday, July 4th in observance of Independence Day. For 24/7 access to ebooks, audiobooks, magazines, and more, visit www.thayerpubliclibrary.org. The Braintree Senior Center is offering a full slate of weekly programs and special events for residents 60 years and older. Weekly offerings include daily fitness classes, men's coffee hour on Mondays, game day on Tuesdays, the Asian Outreach Group on Wednesdays, and movie day on Fridays. Then, for a one-day event, the Senior Center is offering a day trip with the Spirit of Boston Bingo Cruise on June 26th. To sign up, contact the Braintree Senior Center at 781-848-1963. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
Breaking news from Thayer Public Library. Our summer reading program is about to transform your summer into the ultimate gaming adventure.
That's right. From June 16th through August 14th, readers of all ages can level up at your library. Summer reading is fun for all ages, from the littlest ones in the family listening to stories and older children reading on their own.
Yes, to teens, adults, and seniors. You can read, you can listen, you can download, it all counts.
Here with us now is our gaming pro to tell you what you may find at the scene of the library's upcoming games extravaganza.
That's right. You can play this game and more at the Epic Games Extravaganza on Thursday, June 26th from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. The entire library will transform into a gaming paradise.
There will be jigsaw puzzles, bingo, giant games like Jenga, video games, and so much more. You can drop in for an hour or stay all day.
There'll be plenty of snacks and drinks on hand to keep your energy levels up while you're having fun at the library.
As our resident gaming expert, I can confirm this summer is going to be epic. But let's break down what level up at your library really means. So, reading over the summer is like gaining XP, experience points. The more you read, the higher your level. Log your reading, write reviews, and visit the library to keep up on your leveling.
Right, and remember, reading isn't the only way to level up this summer. We have weekly events, challenges, and prizes for participants of all ages.
Looking forward to outdoor story times at the parks, a puppet show, an event with one-up games, and more. And remember, every Friday from 10 to noon is drop-in family board games and playtime with the library's wonderful teen volunteers on hand to help out.
In this exclusive report, we've learned that readers who join our summer program have shown increased skills in concentration, imagination, and fun having. Teens can level up at your library too, with many activities and events planned to keep them involved over the summer.
The Games Extravaganza kickoff event on June 26th is just the beginning. The entire summer will feature game-themed activities, reading challenges, and adventures for everyone.
Registration begins June 16th. Visit Thayer Public Library in person or check out our website for more details.
Level up at your library.
Yeah.
Thayer Public Library Summer Reading Program, June 16th through August 14th. We can't wait to game with you.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. It's been 50 years since the iconic shark thriller Jaws first hit the big screen, and Martha's Vineyard is celebrating the milestone of the film that helped put the island on the map. Released on June 20th, 1975, and directed by Steven Spielberg, Jaws was famously filmed on the vineyard and became a cultural phenomenon known for its chilling two-note score by composer John Williams. The Martha's Vineyard Chamber of Commerce says the movie still draws visitors eager to see the real-life locations that stood in for the fictional Amity Island. A special exhibit, Jaws at 50, A Deeper Dive, is currently on display at the Martha's Vineyard Museum through September 7th, highlighting the locals who brought the blockbuster to life. Meanwhile, National Geographic and Amblin documentaries are set to premiere Jaws at 50, the definitive inside story, later this month on Nat Geo and Disney+. President Trump has nominated South Weymouth Native General Christopher Mahoney to serve as the next Vice Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the second highest ranking position in the U.S. Armed Forces. The Marine Corps General, who currently serves as the Assistant Commandant of the Marine Corps, would replace Admiral Chris Grady, whose term ends later this year. Mahoney's nomination was officially submitted to the Senate and referred to the Armed Services Committee on June 17th. A graduate of the College of the Holy Cross in Worcester, Mahoney is a decorated career pilot with over 5,000 flight hours across multiple aircraft and a qualified forward air controller and parachutist. He also previously served at the Pentagon as Deputy Commandant for the Programs and Resources. A Weymouth man is facing multiple charges after allegedly pointing a gun at another driver during a road rage incident on Route 3. Police say 32-year-old Wailas Yuri Alcantara was arrested and charged with assault with a dangerous weapon, improper storage of a firearm, and disorderly conduct. The incident happened around 3 p.m. Thursday when a driver honked at a motorcyclist for weaving through traffic, prompting the rider to allegedly flash hand gestures and then draw a gun. The motorcyclist fled to the Hingham shipyard, where officers later located Alcantara, an employee at a nearby business, along with his parked motorcycle and a loaded 9mm handgun registered to him, found in an employee bin. Alcantara was booked and released on $1,500 cash bail. Weymouth is set to kick off Independence Day celebrations a day early with its annual July 3rd beach party and fireworks, running from 5 to 10:30 p.m. at George Lane, Wessagusset Beach. The free event will feature live music from the new band, a variety of food trucks, and a fireworks display set to begin at 9:30 p.m. Shuttle buses will run from the McCulloch Building at 182 Green Street in North Weymouth starting at 5 p.m. with return service available after the show. For more details, visit weymouth.ma.us/home/community events. The annual Hanover Day Festival is back for a full weekend of family fun running from Friday, June 27th from 5 to 10 p.m. and Saturday, June 28th from 10 to 11 p.m. at B. Everett Hall Field and Sylvester Field on Hanover Street. Admission to the festival is free and features a packed lineup including food trucks, a road race, 3-on-3 basketball tournaments, juried art show, battle of the bands, classic car show, vendor crafts fair, and a fireworks show set for 9 p.m. A cash-only carnival will also run both days with ticket and ride details available at hanoverday.com. Thanks for watching Braintree today. We'll be right back with more in entertainment. Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now, here are 3 must-watch movies that'll have you glued to the screen all week long. First, Elio follows a space fanatic with an active imagination, finds himself on a cosmic misadventure where he must form new bonds with alien life forms, navigate a crisis of intergalactic proportions, and somehow discover who he is truly meant to be. The film stars Brad Garrett and Zoe Saldana. You can watch Elio now in theaters. Up next, 28 years later, follows a group of survivors of the rage virus who live on a small island. When one of the group leaves the island on a mission into the mainland, he discovers secrets, wonders, and horrors that have mutated not only the infected, but other survivors. The film stars Jodie Comer and Aaron Taylor Johnson. You can watch 28 years later now in theaters. And finally, K-pop Demon Hunters follows a world-renowned K-pop girl group who must balance their lives in the spotlight with their secret identities as demon hunters. The film stars Arden Cho and Mei Hong. You can watch K-pop Demon Hunters now on Netflix. That'll do it for news today. Remember, if you're a customer of Verizon, you can watch BCAM TV in high definition on channel 2128. You can also now see us in high definition on Comcast on channel 1073. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll see you next time.